Hello and welcome to A Life More Boaty. We are here on the yacht stand to have a look at the Yacht 41 that was actually awarded European Power Boat of the Year yesterday. So this is really fantastic opportunity for us. French brand, building obviously, as you've already guessed, catamarans that are manufactured in Portugal. I do love a catamaran. You get so much more deck space and they're not super beamy, so you're not going to pay an absolute fortune on mooring fees. So let's go and have a look on board. This is a really impressive boat, I say. I like these. First time I've actually seen one in the flesh. So starting externally, as you can imagine, catamaran, so the engines are mounted outboard on the twin hulls. You can have a 400 horsepower option, or which I think are V10s, or you can have the 300 V8 options if you like. But look at this for a piece of deck space. Beautifully, they just laid down these loungers, so these are the two options you've got. So you can effectively have it looking like that as a full-on sun lounger with everything folded down, or you can have it as this one is over here, folded up with a seating for, or seated for dining if you like. You can equally, if you want to, take that seat and drop it back the other way so it's facing the same way as this one, which then would effectively give you the ability to have everything facing out. Sorry if you can hear that vacuum cleaner in the background, they are hoovering the boat next door. But if I go back here, you can see you've got that optional electronic bimini, fold out bimini. So if you want to be in the sun to sunbathe, you can be. If you want to be in the shade to dine, you can be as well. There's then another unit up here for sun lounging. Love the LED lighting. There's a very large storage bin under that. You'll also notice over this side we have one of the side decks folded down, which just gives this an insane level of beam. But again, the great thing about folding side decks is you're not paying for them when you're in the marina. And then you can see the one on the starboard side is folded up. So it looks like that. You can still get around them when they're folded up. Pretty straightforward stuff. And if I take a few steps back here, you can then see we have this nice aft galley serving this entertaining area. Usual things: fridge, ice maker, sink, griddle, and it's quite nice that the griddle's back, so all those smoke and cooking fumes are going to drift out over the side. That hard top that's running that bimini extension runs all the way forward, but not to the forward deck, which is quite nice. So over to the helm station. If I back up a little bit, you can see a couple of nice helm seats there with pop-up bolsters and a footrest. Fairly standard dash as you'd expect, but what is quite nice is the steering sort of semi-central, so you've got a really good eye line forward for the centre of the boat. And also, which is quite neat, they've utilised this space over here, look, with great big, I'm going to call them sun lounges, but they're not sun lounges because they're not in the sun, but somewhere to lounge and exuriate whilst you're either stationary or going along. And there's another couple of seats here which are facing forward, which is really neat. But yeah, really substantial looking hardtop. So as we move forward, being a catamaran, there is hulls or cabins in each hull, one on the starboard side, one on the port side. We'll have a look at those in a moment. And then there's effectively a glass door here. You can see this glass door folds across here, and if I pop up and turn around, you can see this section here pops in and folds in to fill that in, so it can be completely seaworthy, or spray tight if you like. So we then head to the bow. Because it's a catamaran, you've got a nicely squared off bow, and then here you have a couple of sun loungers on both sides. Obviously no storage underneath these because there's cabins below. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's beautifully, the handrail is beautifully backlit. Speakers, cup holders. In here we have the pretty standard anchor setup. But what an incredible amount of space. Bearing in mind this is just a 41-foot boat. Access hatches for both the cabins, and obviously because they're glass, they give you a bit of visibility. And in case you're wondering what happens if water comes over the bow, there's a scupper here which drains the water out. And again, because it's a catamaran, there's a bit of storage between the hulls. So we go down to this one first. Door slides across here for a bit of privacy and weather protection. Nice handrail guides you down, and if we then turn around to face the bow, you have a very nice double berth. Nice hull window. There's a load of sort of storage space on there, which is quite nice actually, and it's open, so you can chuck suitcases and the like in there. Decent headroom over the bed. And if we turn ourselves round, behind here we have a double wardrobe. That then leads us naturally through this other door into the vanity unit. Very stylish. Heads down there and walks us through to this fantastic little shower cubicle. Now this really is the benefit of catamarans, is the amount of space you get outboard either side. This has obviously got this little door here, you can see perspex door, and then you get a little window outside. But yeah, if I turn you around there, that's the full length right the way through of this single cabin, and that is effectively, as you probably can guess, mirrored on the other side. So two completely separate cabins with complete and utter privacy on a 41-foot boat, both with ensuite heads. So same sort of format here. Nice double berth. That's the deck hatch we looked at from outside. Hull window. Double wardrobe in there, and then through to the little, you go through the heads, past the vanity unit to get into the same shower. But it's a really decent shower. Again, normally on a sort of boat to this size, you get the floor space down there will be about half the size, but because it's a catamaran, it's so much bigger, and because the doors open effectively up and round, you just get so much more light coming in that cabin than you normally would. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed that tour. If you have, do please like and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to us. Really would love your subscription. Around about sort of 80 or 90% of people who watch these videos haven't yet subscribed, so do please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time round.